Okay, let's start it up. Order of A. What am I asking for when I ask for the order? Again, I can't answer this on the quiz Thursday. What's the size, right? What's the size? What do we put first? Rows. How many rows? 2 rows by 3 columns. So this is a 2 by 3 matrix. All right, 2 by 3. Using that same matrix, what's in spot 2, 3 now? Row by column. It's the same way you tell me the order. Row first, column second. So what's in 2, 3 spot there? Negative 1/5. Again, you look at row 2, column 3, whatever they intersect. And then how about in spot 1, 2? Should be 2. All right, no issues there. Just a little quick refresh of where we started in this unit. Okay, a couple new things now. I set 2 matrices equal. When you see 2 matrices that are equal, that means the same thing is in the same spots of both matrices. Same thing. So I have an x here and I have a 4 here. So right off the bat, we know x equals 4. Right? When 2 matrices are equal, whatever their corresponding slots are, I guess, the same thing is in there. So now I got 2y, but what's it equal to?
6.
All right, well, 2y equals 12, so yeah, y equals 6. All right, if we're solving for it, and then z is going to be equal to 3, and I don't have to go anywhere else because 9 is a 9. So whenever I have 2 matrices equal, corresponding parts are all the same. All right, we good? All right, let's get into the brand new stuff, which you saw a little bit on your assignment Friday. Okay, we're solving for x here. Now, first, I want you guys didn't understand what you were doing. You knew how to do it, but you didn't understand what was happening. So here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 2 times this magic matrix that you're going to find for me. I multiply your magic matrix by 2. I add the numbers in A to it, and you know what I get? A matrix that looks like B. I want to know what this magic missing matrix happens to be. So what I had you guys do on Friday is solve the equation first. Forget the matrices, solve the equation for x. First step.
Get x by itself.
I know that. That's what we were just going over. How? What's the first step?
Subtract that.
I'm going to subtract the... Whoa, boy. Oh, boy. I'm getting x by itself.
Subtract that.
Subtract that.
Okay, I'm hearing some subtract x in there. Subtract a over. I get 2x. Now the order's got to stay. B minus A. I can't be, A minus B. B minus A. Next step. Divide by 2. Now, we got to make sure we fully understand here. When I divide by 2, I am dividing this matrix, whatever I get with B minus A, divided by 2. Now, me personally, I'm not a fan of dividing because I know what's coming up here after the first quiz. I like to rewrite that with multiplication instead. So dividing by 2, I take that matrix, whatever B minus A is, instead of dividing by 2, which you guys can. Look, I'm not going to stop you to do that. That's the same as multiplying by what? Flip it. Flip 2. Flip 2. 1/2. So these two are the same exact things. All right, same exact things. All right, so now that we have it, now we got to go to work. Go ahead, Drew.
Could you just divide 2 at the very end?
Yeah, you could. I'm saying that's fine. Okay, that's fine. You could do either one. But it's got to be on that matrix you get from B minus A. Okay? So now we got to go to work. First thing we got to do is B minus A. In that order. Because all of you are going to see A and B and you're just going to start subtracting. B minus A. That's got to come first. So B, and I don't need to see this. I'm just showing you what I'm doing up here. B minus A coming first.
What are we doing with the? Are we not adding the 1/2 to B?
Whoa. The 1/2 gets applied to both.
Yeah. So is it?
I'm going to wait to the end to do it.
Oh, okay.
If you want, Gabby, if you want to do 1/2 B and then subtract 1/2 A, you can.
Okay.
I'm going to wait to the end to do all of it, though. Okay? Or divide by 2 at the end.
Got
But I want to find b minus a first before I do that. Check my work too here. Here's what I'm getting with b minus a. I get negatives. That's not my final answer. That's just b minus a. Make sure you're going in the correct order if all those numbers are wrong. You might be going a minus b. We're good? Okay. b minus a.
Yeah.
Negative 6 minus 1 is a negative 7.
But don't we divide by 2 after?
I'm not done yet. I'm just showing b minus a. I'm not done yet. Drew?
I got 10 for 1, 2. Where this instead of 0.
5 minus, yeah, you did. All right, thanks, bud. 5 minus a negative 5, yep, becomes 5 plus 5. Thank you. One job. Everything else look good, everyone? 9 minus 0, 1 minus 2. Yeah, we're good. All right, now I'm going to do either divide everything by 2 or multiply everything by a half. It's going to be the same. You're doing the same exact thing. And yes, this is the first time here. Take a look. This is the first time we're going to get a decimal. We got to deal with it. It's not all whole numbers, not all whole pretty numbers. So we should get negative 3.5, 4.5 on the bottom, 5, negative 1/2. It'll happen. So there's my magic matrix X. Any questions on this one before we up the difficulty a little bit? And you guys know it's taking your time, right? I'm sure everybody in here has made some silly mistake. Type it in the calculator or trying to do something in their head. All right, next up. Here you go, 4a plus 3b. Made it easy on you. Before we start with the matrices, how do you get x by itself? What's got to happen? The only thing that's got to happen. What about it? Divide by negative 2. Or I always try to keep it multiplication. If you want to divide everything by negative 2, that's fine. Just so you guys got the hang of this, what else? What could I multiply by instead? Negative 1/2. The sign doesn't go anywhere. Okay? But I don't care what you do. Divide or multiply. You got to find what 4a plus 3b is first. That's the first thing we need to do is find that new matrix before I divide by negative 2 or multiply by negative 1/2. So let's do this one together here. 4a plus 3b, and then I'll finish it. See if I can get this one right. Be careful here because you got to multiply and then add the numbers. So be careful. I got to make that bigger. This is just 4a plus 3b, what I have up on the board, I hope. And then when you're satisfied, go ahead and divide everything by negative 2 or multiply by negative 1/2. All your signs should be changing from your previous matrix. Remember, all your signs should be changing because you're divided by a negative now. Yep. What did I mess up on?
No, nothing. But can't, I don't know if he already asked this or this is the question he asked, but can't you do that, like the -1/2 times the 4a and 3b first? So it like takes away a step.
So you're just going to do -2a minus 3/2 b or 1.5b?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's fine. It's the same thing. Yep. A lot of subtracting going on, but yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay.
Gabby.
For where third -31 is, I keep on getting -43 instead.
Okay, let's take a look. So 4a in that spot should have been -28, right?
Yeah.
Plus 3b would be plus -3 because it's -1 there. So multiply that by 3,
Oh, yeah,
Good.
Yeah.
and that's how we get -31. Okay, anybody else? These are all good questions. You're finding multiple ways of getting to the same matrix at the end. Oh, how about this beast, huh? First move. Got to solve for x here. Forget about the matrices. First move. Add the a over. 3x equals -1/2 b plus a. Get rid of the 3. You can divide, right? Divide by 3. Or just to make sure we're good, it's the same as multiplying by a third. Good job. So I'm going to do a third times all of this. Or divide by 3. Your call. The only, Richie, going back to your question, the only, like in this, for instance, the only thing I don't like here is it's going to be -1/6 b. And that's not going to be pretty when you do it with those 3. You're going to be dealing, but it's your call. You're just going to have fractions along the way. That's why I don't like distributing in this case. I just like dividing by 3 at the end. All right, let's go to work here. -1/2 b plus a.
Run again.
Little fraction action at the end, huh?
Fraction action.
Poet didn't even know it, huh?
That's alliteration. Shit. Alliteration is a repetition.
Make sure your -1/2 b plus a matrix looks the same. So 9s and 16s. these last two that you got probably was a nice, actually not that much of a decimal, right? What, 1 point? No, it was repeating, something repeating here. Yeah, why don't we leave it as a fraction? Okay, I don't want to see this repeating with the little bar over it. Just leave it, what do we got, negative? And your calculator leaves it as a fraction if you want to, so relax. Negative 16 thirds instead of 5.33333333 with my little bar on the top. So go ahead, finish up there, make sure we're good before we get to the last one. We all good? Troop, you good there?
Yep.
Okay. All right, final one. First move, plus 1/3 A. Add it all over. Add it all over. All right, interested. Next move. Oh, now you guys want to multiply, huh?
Just do it in the end.
Now you want to multiply.
Just do it in the end. Just do it in the end. Makes it so much.
Now look, could you just take this matrix and divide everything by 1/3? That's all right. I'm a little nervous dividing by 1/3, so I'm going to keep it multiplication. So 3 times that matrix, B plus 1/3 A. Or you can divide everything by 1/3 in that matrix. It's up to you. I get nervous in the calculator doing that.
That is
Those pre-regions.
Yeah.
That's pretty awkward.
Good?